This is another example of a mathematical modeling problem. Unlike the U-Haul problem, this is not going to be modeled well by the equation y equals mx plus b. That equation has to do with a rate. And in this particular question, pause the video and read it, there is no rate. Instead, what's going to be more useful here is if we draw a picture. So we have an interior wall that measures 30 feet by 4 inches. It's to be divided by 10 evenly spaced posts, and each post is 4 inches by 4 inches. 2 of the posts will be in the corners. What is the distance between the posts? And we're given a hint here. This hint is going to make more sense if we look at a picture. The first thing I would do in this problem is to draw a picture. Here is a picture already drawn for us. So there's 10 posts, and there's the length of the room. And what we want to do is we want to figure out the distance between each of these posts. I'm going to start by defining my variable. I'm going to say, let x equal the distance between posts. We could also use d for distance or a p for posts, whatever you want. So I know that the total room is 30 feet and 4 inches, and there's something right there. I don't want combined units. So I'm going to take these 30 feet and 4 inches and change everything to inches. I know that there's 12 inches in 1 foot, so I'm going to do 30 times 12 plus 4, and that should give me the total number of inches. 30 times 12 is 360. 360 plus 4 means that we have a combined 364 inches. So if the room is 364 inches and each of these posts are 4 inches wide, and there's x spaces, or there's x inches of space between each one of them, let's set this up into an equation. I know that the total length of my room, 364 inches, should equal, you know what, I'm not going to include units yet. 364 inches should equal the width of, the combined width of the posts plus all of the spaces in between. So each post, there's 10 posts, and each of them is 4 inches wide. So 10 times 4. And then for each of the spaces, I know the hint tells us there's 9 spaces, but we can convince ourselves if we just count it up. 1, 2, 3. All right, 9 spaces. So each space is x inches, so 9 times x. Notice in our equation, there's only one variable. This is how we want it. If we put in another variable, we'd actually have to build a whole other equation, which makes it a lot more complicated. In this case, I don't see any other equation to build. This, however, with just one variable, is a solvable equation. Cleaning this up, we have 364 equals 40 plus 9x. Subtract 40 on both sides. 324 equals 9x. Divide both sides by 9. 36 equals x. What did x stand for again? X stood for the distance between each of the posts. So the distance between each post is 36 inches, or, depending on how you want to write your answer, 3 feet. And I got that because I know that there's 12 inches in a foot, and I just divided 36 by 12. One last question. We answered, what's the distance between posts, which is 36 inches. But how is this question different From how far apart should you drill holes to fit the posts? Well, if we were drilling holes to fit the post, I'm assuming the holes should be in the center. So if I can draw, oh my gosh, center to center, I know that the space in between is 36. But to go from the center to the center, since each post is 4 inches, going from the center to the center, there should be a 2-inch gap right there on either side. So how far apart should you drill the holes to fit the posts? We would end up solving this whole problem differently, but we can find out the answer from knowing that the spacing is 36 inches. Add all this together, and from center to center, each post is 40 inches apart. Thank you.